Hello, family. God bless you. We're still in the book of Enoch with our story, and we're at chapter 80. And in those days, the angel Uriel answered and said to me, Behold, I have shown you everything, Enoch, and I have revealed everything to you that you should see this sun and this moon, and the leaders of the stars of heaven, and all those who turn them, their task and times and departures. And in the days of the sinners, the years shall be shortened, and their seed shall be tardy on their lands and fields. And all things on the earth shall alter, and shall not appear in their time. And the rain shall be kept back, and heaven shall withhold it. And in those times the fruits of the earth shall be backward, and shall not grow in their time. And the fruits of the trees shall be withheld in their time. And the moon shall alter her customs, and not appear at her time. And in those days the sun shall be seen, and he shall journey in the evening on the extremity of the great chariot in the west, and shall shine more brightly than accords with the order of light. And many rulers of the stars shall transgress their customary order, and these shall alter their orbits and task, and not appear at the seasons prescribed to them. And the whole order of the stars shall be concealed from the sinners, and the thoughts of those on the earth shall err concerning them. And they shall be altered from all their ways. They shall err and take them to be gods. And evil shall be multiplied on them, and punishment shall come on them so as to destroy all. Chapter 81. And he said to me, Enoch, look at these heavenly tablets and read what is written on them, and mark every individual fact. And I looked at the heavenly tablets and read everything which was written on it, and understood everything, and read the book of all the deeds of mankind, and of all the children of flesh that shall be on the earth to the end of generations. And I bless the great Lord, the King of glory, forever, in that he has made all the works of the world. And I exalted the Lord because of his patience, and blessed him because of the children of men. And then I said, Blessed is the man who dies in righteousness and goodness, concerning whom there is no book of unrighteousness written, and against whom no day of judgment shall be found. And the seven holy ones brought me and placed me on the earth before the door of my house, and said to me, Declare everything to your son Methuselah, and show to all your children that no flesh is righteous in the sight of the Lord, for he is their creator. For 1 year we will leave you with your son, until you give your last commands, that you may teach your children and record it for them, and testify to all your children. And in the 2nd year they shall take you from their midst. Let your heart be strong, for the good shall proclaim righteousness to the good. The righteous shall rejoice with the righteous, and shall wish one another well. But the sinners shall die with the sinners, and the apostate shall go down with the apostate. And those who practice righteousness shall die on account of the deeds of men, and be taken away on account of the deeds of the godless. And in those days they finished speaking to me, and I came to my people, blessing the Lord of the world. Chapter 82. And now, my son Methuselah, all these things I am recounting to you and writing down for you. And I have revealed to you everything and given you books concerning all these. So, my son Methuselah, preserve the books from your father's hand, and see that you deliver them to the generations of the world. I have given wisdom to you and to your children, and those children to come, that they may give it to their children for generations. This wisdom, namely, that passes their understanding. And those who understand it shall not sleep, but shall listen, that they may learn this wisdom. And it shall please those that eat thereof better than good food. Blessed are all the righteous. Blessed are all those who walk in the way of the righteousness and sin not as the sinners. In the numbering of all their days in which the sun traverses heaven, entering into and departing from the doors for 30 days with the heads of thousands of the order of the stars, together with the four which are within the calendar, which divide the 4 portions of the year, which lead them and enter with them 4 days. Owing to them men shall be at fault, and not count them in the whole number of days of the year. Men shall be at fault, and not recognize them accurately, for they belong to the calculations of the year, and are truly recorded therein forever. One in the first door, and one in the third door, and one in the fourth, and one in the sixth. And the year is completed in 364 days. And the account of it is accurate, and the recorded counting thereof is exact. For the luminaries and months and festivals and years and days has Uriel shown and revealed to me, to whom the Lord of the whole creation of the world hath subjected the host of heaven. And he has the power over night and day in heaven, to cause the light to shine on men via the sun, moon, and stars, and all the powers of the heaven which revolve in their circular chariots. And these are the orders of the stars, which set in their places, and in their seasons, and festivals, and months. And these are the names of those who lead them, who watch that they enter at their times, in their orders, in their seasons, in their months, in their periods of dominion, and in their positions. Their 4 leaders who divide the 4 parts of the year enter first. And after them, the 12 leaders of the orders who divide the months. And for the 360 days, there are heads over thousands who divide the days. And for the 4 days in the calendar, there are the leaders which divide the 4 parts of the year. And these heads over thousands are interspersed between leader and leader, each behind a station, but their leaders make the division. And these are the names of the leaders who divide the 4 parts of the year which are ordained. The first is Milkiel, Milki, apostrophe Helamilik, Helamilik, Hel apostrophe Emmmelek, Helamilik, and Melijel, Mel apostrophe Ejal, and Narel, Narel. And the names of those who lead them: Adarnel and Ajasuel, and Elamiel. These 3 follow the leaders of the orders, and there is one that follows the 3 leaders of the orders, which follow those leaders of stations that divide the 4 parts of the year. In the beginning of the year, Melchiel rises first and rules, who is named Tam Aini, and son. And all the days of his dominion, while he bears rule, are 91 days. And these are the signs of the days of which are to be seen on earth in the days of his dominion: sweat and heat and calms, and all the trees bear fruit, and leaves are produced on all the trees, and the harvest of wheat, and the rose flowers, and all the flowers which come out in the field. But the trees of the winter season become withered. And these are the names of the leaders which are under them: Berka El, Zelebs El, and another who is added, a head of 1,000, called Helu Yasif. And the days of the dominion of this leader are at an end. The next leader after him is Hel Emelech, whom one names the shining sun, and all the days of his light are 91 days. And these are the signs of his days on the earth: glowing heat and dryness. And the trees ripen their fruits and produce all their fruits ripe and ready. And the sheep pair and become pregnant. And all the fruits of the earth are gathered in, and everything that is in the fields, and the winepress. These things take place in the days of his dominion. These are the names of and the orders and the leaders of those heads of thousands: Jeda, Jal, Keel, Heel, Kehel, and Heel, and the name of the head of 1,000 which is added to them, Asaphael, and the days of his dominion are at an end. And now, my son Methuselah, I will show you all my visions which I have seen, recounting them before you. Chapter 83. Recounting them before you. I saw 2 visions before I got married, and the one was quite unlike the other. The first when I was learning to write. The second, before I married your mother, was when I saw a terrible vision. And regarding them, I prayed to the Lord. I had laid down in the house of my grandfather, Mahalalel, when I saw in a vision how heaven collapsed and was carried off and fell to the earth. And when it fell to the earth, I saw how the earth was swallowed up in a great abyss, and mountains were suspended on mountains, and hills sank down on hills, and high trees were ripped from their stems and hurled down and sunk in the abyss. And then a word fell into my mouth, and I lifted up my voice to cry aloud and said, the earth is destroyed. And my grandfather Mahalalel woke me as I lay near him and said to me, why do you cry so, my son? And why do you make such moaning? And I recounted to him the whole vision which I had seen. And he said to me, you have seen a terrible thing, my son. Your dream is of a grave time and concerns the secrets of all the sin of the earth. It must sink into the abyss and be totally destroyed. And now, my son, arise and pray to the Lord of glory, since you are a believer, that a remnant may remain on the earth, and that he may not destroy the whole earth. My son, from heaven, all this will come on the earth, and on the earth there will be great destruction. After that, I arose and prayed and implored and besought and wrote down my prayer for the generations of the world. And I will show everything to you, my son Methuselah. And when I had gone out below and seen the heaven, and the sun rising in the east, and the moon setting in the west, and a few stars, and the whole earth, and everything as he had known it in the beginning. Then I blessed the Lord of judgment, and exalted him, because he has made the sun to go out from the windows of the east. And he ascended and rose on the face of heaven, and set out and kept traversing the paths shown to it. Chapter 84. And I lifted up my hands in righteousness, and blessed the Holy and Great One, and spoke with the breath of my mouth, and with the tongue of flesh, which God had made for the children of the flesh of men, that they should speak therewith. And he gave them breath, and a tongue, and a mouth, that they should speak therewith. Blessed be you, O Lord, King, great and mighty in your greatness, Lord of the whole creation of heaven, King of kings and God of the whole world. And your power and kingship and greatness abide for ever and ever. And throughout all generations, your dominion and all heavens are your throne forever. And the whole earth your footstool forever and ever. For you have made and you rule all things, and nothing is too hard for you. Wisdom never departs from the place of your throne, nor turns away from your presence. You know and see and hear everything, and there is nothing hidden from you, for you see everything. And now the angels of your heavens are guilty of trespass, and on the flesh of men abide your wrath until the great day of judgment. And now, O God and Lord and great King, I implore and beseech you to fulfill my prayer and to leave me a posterity on earth and not destroy all the flesh of man and make the earth without inhabitant so that there should be an eternal destruction. And now, my Lord, destroy from the earth the flesh which has aroused your wrath, but the flesh of righteousness and uprightness establish as an eternal plant, bearing seed forever. And hide not your face from the prayer of your servant, O Lord. Chapter 85. And after this I saw another dream, and I will show the whole dream to you, my son. And Enoch lifted up his voice and spoke to his son Methuselah. I will speak to you, my son. Hear my words. Incline your ear to the dream of your father. Before I married your mother Edna, I saw in a vision on my bed, and behold, a bull came out from the earth, and that bull was white. And after it came out, a heifer, and along with this later came out two bulls, one of them black and the other red. And that black bull gored the red one and pursued him over the earth. And then I could no longer see that red bull. But that black bull grew, and that heifer went with him. And I saw that many oxen proceeded from him, which resembled and followed him. And that cow, that first one, went from the presence of the first bull in order to seek the red one, but found him not, and mourned with a great lamentation and sought him. And I looked until the first bull came to her and quieted her. And from that time onward, she cried no more. And after that, she bore another white bull. And after him, she bore many bulls and black cows. And I saw in my sleep that white bull likewise grew and became a great white bull. And from him proceeded many white bulls, and they resembled him. And they began to father many white bulls, which resembled them, one following another. Thank you for listening, family. God bless you. See you later.